Hello, I am Kamau Kujichagulia, and this is On the Case with Kamau Kujichagulia. I welcome all of you, one and all. Um, we don't have a guest this evening, but what we usually do is we bring to you people of interest from the Trenton area, whether it be from Trenton itself or Mercer County, or whether we go out to into the wilds of New Jersey, or to the vastness of the United States, or from around the world. But today we're going to just sit and talk with you about certain things. And Michael, um, we're going to see and discuss many things. So first, where's my grandson? Where'd my grandson go? First, we're going to show you my grandson. He's from California. His name is Messiah. Hello, Messiah.
Hello.
So right now, y'all got 3 generations going on here right now. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I was watching TV.
You were?
Mm-hmm.
Really? How's your Nana doing? She all right?
Yeah.
Good.
I was just in the hospital.
I know, but she's all right, right?
Yes.
What you doing there? You can't do that on television, you know? Hey, okay. Good to see you. Very good.
Bye-bye.
Very
Bye
good to
bye.
see you. See you later.
Close the door.
Man, there's been some happenings here in Trenton this week. One thing that we did, Michael, was we went to, remember, what was it, last week we had Algie on?
Yes. Well, no, a couple weeks ago.
He was going to have he's going to get that check, that $400,000 check.
Yeah.
So we went down there and covered that, and he indeed got that check. You can see, Algernon Ward is standing there with that check, and from what I understand, it was Verlina Reynolds Johnson who spearheaded this, along with Shirley Turner. Look at Shirley. Shirley is she's amazing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Shirley is up there in years, but she still seems like she has the energy of a middle-aged woman.
She definitely has that energy, man. Been around for a while, but got that energy.
I appreciate that. I really do. But I know how difficult it can be once you get up there in years to get up and get out. Sure. I was looking today. Stuff was going on outside, and I went to the door, and I stood at the door. You could go out. I said, yeah, I could, but I'll just stay right here and watch.
What was going on?
Hey, I don't know. Somebody had a puppy. That's about it.
Okay.
So it was good that we got that
That check.
Well, Algie got that check. So I'm happy about that. Very happy about that.
I keep freezing.
Yeah, well, it's all right. I don't think your voice freezes, so it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm looking through stuff. I keep looking through. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I was doing something else. So I'm happy that we got to. But what concerns me is if they can come up $400,000 for a cemetery, and they can come up with $400 million plus to redo the State House. It just boggles my mind that they don't come up with money to help poor people, especially poor Black people here in the city of Trenton and all over the state of New Jersey. Because, you know, when you spend $400 million plus, almost $500 million on one building, not a new building, but to refurbish an old building for, you know, what, there a couple hundred people that work in there, you know?
Yeah.
And what bothers me about that is it's not their money, it's our money. Why don't they spend that? Well, I know why, but they could just as easily spend that money on us as they are spending it on them.
The people living in that neighborhood,
right.
Blocks from that building.
Right. Imagine how many jobs that could have been created for those people living in that neighborhood that don't have jobs or have poor paying jobs. How many people who could have been trained, you know, in whatever, in AI, you know?
How many of these vacant homes could have been, you know, renovated, made livable?
Right. It's just horrible that the state of New Jersey, it's not. See, when you say the state of New Jersey, that's some nebulous thing. It's just horrible that the people who we put in office think that something like this is okay. That fixing a building for themselves for $500 million is okay. And I'm here to let you know it's not okay. It's not okay at all, you know?
Right. I guess, you know, the people working on the buildings, they have better jobs.
Sure they do.
None of them are from the neighborhoods that,
very
few of them
are from the neighborhood. Probably few of them are from the state, from the area, you know?
Right. Definitely not from the city.
Right. You know? But regardless, it just doesn't make sense that you're going to spend $500 million on a building. You know? They're going to build a brand new building. For less than that. Yeah. They don't spend that much money on building a casino hotel. They built the whole hotel downtown for $36 million.
Oh, really?
It's crazy. You know, it's just crazy that they spend all this money to refurbish an old ass building, which is still gonna be old. But whether it's old, whether it's new, regardless of what it is, that money, our money, because they get it from our taxes, our money could have been better spent on us. And
how much did that new building downtown cost? Do you know?
No, I don't know. But no place near that. You know, no place near that. And they're brand new buildings.
Right.
You know? Yeah. It seems that they think that just because they have it, they can continually tax us more money, that they can just spend what they want to spend on themselves. You know, I can understand, you know, continually taxing us more money if you want to spend it on us.
Right.
You know, but don't be spending it on yourself. I don't know about you, but I really don't give a damn what conditions they work in. You know what I mean? I don't care.
I'm with you. Me neither.
Yeah. So
I'm with you on that one, Pop.
That bugs the hell out of me. No,
it should.
Yeah,
it should.
But I'm glad that Algie got that money. They got that $400,000 for an African American museum right here in the city of Trenton. We We need things that help us, make us prouder and feel better about ourselves. We need
Right.
that. We need to be validated, and that's I think it's a pretty good way to do that. You know, so if they come up with the rest of the funding, you know, to make it real, then we'll be in pretty good shape.
Okay.
Okay. Let me tell you. Let me go here. Let me show you this. This is one of my pet peeves in all the damn city of Trenton. Where is this? You know where this is?
I do.
Where?
I do. This is right outside Calwater Park, underneath the Parkside Street Bridge, Parklight Avenue Bridge.
It sure is. It sure is. And I did a slight video on that. So let me show you this video too. Maybe after 60 years, this sidewalk by the park will finally get done, since they started up top. Maybe they'll finally get down here and do this sidewalk, which our kids have been walking over for 60 years. You know, kids were newborn, went to school, grew up, had kids and grandkids of their own, and still be bothered with this horrible crumbling sidewalk, which the city and the county has never seen fit to fix. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. At least they started up top. Maybe, just maybe, they'll come on down. Just maybe.
I fell on that before. Walking down from the park, I was right there, and I was coming down from the left-hand side, and right about where onto the sidewalk, right past that little wall, I fell right there because it was so wet and slippery over there.
Yeah. And you know, I fell, going up that trail up there. I fell coming down that trail on my bike and got all tangled up in there. It was hard getting up, you know, because what it is there's not mold, but fungus and slime.
Yes.
You know, since it's been there forever.
Yes.
You know,
slippery.
And I went to I think that the county is responsible for that sidewalk. But you know, bullshit. You know, county, city, state. I don't give a damn who has the official responsibility for it. If the county is responsible for it, then the city should have been on there, but 50 years ago to fix it.
Right.
Okay. If the state's responsible for it, then the city and the county should have been on them to fix it. Okay. So I don't care whose actual responsibility it is to fix. It should have been fixed. I mean, kids, for decades, I've lived, you know, right there on Edgewood Avenue. I've lived here for 50 years. I've been going over to see on Edgewood Avenue to visit people for 60 years. And it's been like that.
Yep.
And it just doesn't make any damn sense to me.
None.
Because we have kids utilize that sidewalk every day going down to Junior 3.
Yep.
Kids utilize that sidewalk every day going up to Kilmer and to Stokes and to Gregory, you know?
Yep.
And just general people use that sidewalk going back and forth to the park.
Yep. Yep.
It is crazy that and I went to a back then it was called the freeholders meeting. What are they called now? I forget. But anyway, Mercer County freeholders. And I spoke on that it didn't make that they needed to get their butts out there and fix that thing. And they, patiently listened. But that was 3-4 years ago, and they haven't done a damn thing. Not a damn thing. So
I fell on it
hopefully,
about.
huh?
I fell on it about 3-4 years ago.
Yep, me too.
Yep.
I got so wrapped up on that bike. I was so glad I was up that hill and around the court. If you could have seen me struggling to get up, it was horrible. It was really bad. So they really need to do something about that damn sidewalk.
They do.
And in the winter, it just freezes over. In the winter, So in the winter, it freezes over, and then during the summer, it's slimy. So it's sticky.
Slippery.
It's slippery all the time.
All the time. Wet.
Yeah. Just nasty and ugly, and So the city government. I count city government, the mayor, the county government. The county executive, state government, the governor. All y'all are culpable, as far as I'm concerned, for the condition of that sidewalk. And you need to get up off your lazy asses and do something about it. Just need to do that.
Definitely.
Definitely. Well, of course they are. They are fixing the sidewalk further up. And maybe they're coming down to do that, but
hopefully.
I don't know. And, I think their problem is because, the canal runs right there. So I think there's leakage from the canal. But if it's an engineering problem, you've had 60 years to figure it out. So I don't want to hear that,
Right.
So, do something about it. Make it right.
They just don't want to do anything about it.
Obviously.
They got $400 million to spend on the state building.
On the damn state house.
But they can't spend a few $100,000 to fix that sidewalk for the residents of the city. Right.
You're right. You're 100% right. So do it. And let me get back up on my high horse one more time here. Everybody always talk about, we got to vote for the Democrats. We got to put the Democrats in. Democrats been in for these 60 damn years.
Right.
In Mercer County and in New Jersey and in Trenton, for that matter. They've been there for 60 damn years, and they haven't done a damn thing about it. Not a damn thing. Okay? So don't be telling me about Democrats versus Republicans, because none of them do nothing for black people for black people. Shit. I ain't gonna say in the city of Trenton. I'm just gonna say for black
same people. Thing. They all want the same thing.
Okay. So, let me see what else I want to talk about. On Saturday, they're having a barbecue. Know that church we went to? Tony Roberts
on East State.
On East State. Yep. North Clinton Avenue, United Church of Christ.
Okay.
434 North Clinton Avenue.
They're
having a fundraising barbecue over there on Saturday from 10 to 4. So, last time they had a fish dinner a couple months ago. That was some good fish. Damn, that was some good fish. Whew.
The last time I was over there they had the laundromat and the laundromat community building.
Right.
They were giving out, I think it was free laundry.
For free, they let people come in and do their laundry for free.
Yes.
And that program has started again, and I don't know what days it is, but if you come out to the barbecue on Saturday between 10 and 4 at the North Clinton Avenue United Church of Christ, you can find out about the free laundry services.
Yeah, they got a very nice building over there.
Yeah, they do, and it's set up nicely, and I think they even give you rides back and forth with your laundry. Yeah, pretty sure they do. Okay. So come on out see what you can do about getting some barbecue chicken and barbecue ribs. Hot damn. Nothing wrong with that. No, nothing wrong with that. That's good. That's good. What else? What else you got, son? Anything else?
I don't have anything to really speak about. Nothing that I can think of off the top of my head.
No.
Been running around. I've had my son for the last month.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for that.
Getting ready to take him back, huh?
Yes, unfortunately, he's on Sunday. I'll be taking him back.
Yeah, well, it's been good. It's been very good having that little type. And he's little
Yes.
too.
My poor son. He is small, but you know, he's a wonderful kid.
Yes,
A
he is.
wonderful kid.
Yes, he is. His mama has done a great job raising him.
She has done an excellent job.
See?
Excellent
So,
job. I can't deny her that.
good, good, good. Now I have written down here in my notes SOWS. SOWS. I guess that stands for the system of white supremacy. Huh?
Okay. That's
The
what it sounds
system
like.
of white supremacy in my notes. I have to say something about the system of white supremacy. Lord, don't get me started.
We've been talking about it already.
Yeah, we've been talking about it. You know,
$100 million.
Yep. Yep. Horrible. Our schools, the education of our children. You know, for years. I mean, I'm talking about now. It was 40 years ago when I used to deal with it. It's been 50 and 50 years takes us back to the 70s, right? How old are you? Yeah, oh yeah. 50 years takes us back to the 70s.
I can't even argue. I can't even argue.
I had to find a hook there.
And I'm sitting trying to count, you know, 50 seconds back. And I forgot I'm 73. So yes, you're correct.
Mm-hmm. So 50 years or around that way that our schools have been, you know what? They've been murderous. I guess that's the word to use. They've been murderous.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been a way to lead us out of this predicament. You know, that we've been in for. And you know, we used to depend on education. You know, we used to say, "Oh, go make sure kids go to school. We fought long and hard to get our kids in school. You know, because that's what we needed to make sure that they advanced. You know, they were able to become part of this system. But now we find out that this system, it's the damn system. It don't matter whether they got an education or not. The damn system is designed to destroy them.
Pure evil.
You know? And they that you know, back when y'all were in school, I was very active in schools, in the school system, Trenton school system. And I lost my train of thought.
System of white supremacy.
Yeah, I know that. But back then, I was shocked at how poorly the state, how poorly they allowed our schools to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, kids were getting out of school with, you know, they had what do you call it? They had guidelines on how kids could get out of school. And so few of our kids were able to meet those criteria. So they had other paths, you know.
And though I went to Lawrence schools, and I never, I did have a problem making the grades, but it wasn't really because I didn't know, the work. I used to, you and your wife, my stepmom, had us studying every summer, so I basically knew the work, could do the work, but I was suspended so often over simple stuff. That the same thing happened to black kids in those suburban schools. But we went to nicer buildings, of course.
Yeah.
But the system
It
is
looks
the
better.
same, no matter where we go.
Right. I remember my wife telling me that one of her advisors, now this goes back even years before that, telling her that, you shouldn't go to college. College isn't right for you. How are you going to tell a child that? So this.
Right.
We live in a very ugly country. A very ugly country. I mean, the state of non-white people's economic status. It's horrible. And there really isn't that any need for that. A lot of people say, "Oh well, you just gotta work harder, and you gotta get up and go to work." Well, most of us do. Most of us have been working hard all our lives. Most of us want to succeed. Most of us believe in the American dream. Work hard, get a good education, work hard, study hard, move up that ladder. But they put grease on them damn rungs. They put a lot of grease on them rungs. I mean, they make it hard. They make it almost impossible for hardworking, honest people to actually succeed in this economy. So I don't know. I do know it's the system of white supremacy. But you know what? And God, I hope it's true. I hope it's true. I hope I live to see it. I think this system is getting broken down. I think there's a chink. There's a chink in that armor. And right now I think it's being led by the Chinese. That's why you hear all this rhetoric against China and the Chinese right now. It's because China has put, I think, I'm not sure, but I think they put a chink into the armor of white supremacy. And
I hope so.
The rest of the world is saying, hey, they can do it. We can do it too. This brother over in Burkina Faso, this brother right here, his name he's Captain Traore. Young brother, he and his mates went on performed
a coup.
A coup.
Yeah, the coup.
Back in Burkina Faso, I think about 9 months or so ago.
Okay.
And they took over the country. Now there's been coups in Burkina Faso. There's been a coup in Mali. There's been now Niger, whatever the name of it. The coup just happened in the past couple of weeks. And I'm so I want to say jaded, but I'm not. I don't think I'm jaded. I've become so I don't know, conditioned that when the United States and European Union and some of these other African leaders say, "Oh no, that's bad, that's bad," my first reaction is, "Nah, that must be good.
Mm-hmm.
That, they must be doing a good thing." You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then brother, what's his name again? Traore. He when he came in, he government officials, he cut their salary. He said, no, we don't need all that money. And he said that he wasn't going to take that salary. He was just going to continue to get his salary that he was getting as a military captain.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So that's good. That shows that, he at least is thinking about something.
And if there's a few African leaders that are inviting Russia into Africa, and of course, all we hear about is how horrible that's going to be and how horrible that is. And like you said, I tend to think it's probably good.
Yeah, because Russia just had a summit in St. Petersburg, where they invited the African leaders, and like 19 of them showed up in Russia. Oh, they got their sister in South Africa. She's the foreign secretary or something. I forget what her name is. I like her. But they got another brother over there who's running the Economic Freedom Fighters Party. Julius something. But anyway, he sounds all right to me too.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully there's this coming together of people of the what do they call it? The global South. Okay? Because that's what basically that's where the people of color live. Except for Russia. Russia is interesting. I've been doing a lot of I won't say study, but reading about Russia. Because I always figure Russia, that's a white country,
white people.
You know what I mean? But then you realize that when it came out to divvying up Africa, the colonies, colonialism, Russia was not part of that. And that the ANC, which was actually born in South Africa back in the early part of the last century. And at that time, Russia came out to support the ANC way back then, before anybody else did. So, and then, Russia has always, their wars have been against Spain or against France or against Great Britain or against Germany. It wasn't for Russia is the main
people that kicked Hitler
of beating down Germany during World War II. We don't hear that. We always hear about the American and the British, contributions to that war. But shit, Russia lost 75 to 100 million people fighting the Germans. Okay, so it was really Russia that spearheaded.
Freed the Jews.
That's right. They spearheaded, the fight against Nazism and fascism in Italy or United States. I don't know. So I'm when I hear, but I'm still suspicious. They white.
They are white.
They are white. So
and white people have that history.
Yeah, they do.
They
But
have that history.
It seems that Russia, we'll see.
Maybe there's a good cop.
I don't want the global South to get too invested in Russia. Okay? Because I because I really don't know what Russia is about. And I don't know where they're coming from. Because when go down, they may just say, "Whoa," we better be with ours,
Republicans, Democrats, they the same thing.
Well, what do you think about this fool? Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice. I'm not gonna call you that. No, he ain't no fool. All these people supporting him is fools.
Yes.
You got somebody who's been indicted 4 times now, for four different areas,
3 different states.
Wow.
But then again, they every time our government tries to silence somebody, there's a reason behind that. There's a reason behind that. Starts making 45 look a little different.
Nah, bro, I can't go with that one. You know what I mean? I can't go with that one.
Oh man, I don't know anymore.
That's sort of like,
I don't know anymore.
That's sort of like Hitler versus the United States. Yeah, they both want to go to the same spot. They just have different ways of getting there.
The Republicans, Democrats, right?
Yeah.
But at least he not lying about it though. He what did they say? He asked Hillary, Hillary asked him, "Were you cheating on his taxes?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, I'm cheating. I'm cheating. So is all of your donors."
Right.
You know what I mean? Write different tax codes. So he's letting everybody know, yes, the cheat is in. The game is rigged.
He said he's right. He said, I take advantage of the tax code. Y'all wrote it this way, so I'm following it.
Right. You ain't going to do nothing about it because your donors will be mad at you if you did do anything about it. So, at least he's, I mean, he is what he is, man. He's an asshole. He's a complete asshole, but he got on that stage and said, "Yes, I take advantage of the tax code." And Hillary thought she was saying so.
Yeah. So I'm really hopeful that that the world, because we have BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. BRICS, they have their annual meeting, heads of state meeting, August 22nd through the 24th. So I'm interested in the outcome of that.
They better wear bulletproof vests.
Huh?
They better wear bulletproof vests.
Yeah, they'd be all right. So that's going to be in South Africa. And then, my boys is China. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Because I think China has, in 10 more years, I don't think the system of white supremacy is going to be able to mess with them. Right now, they can still mess them up, I think. But in 10 more years, China keeps growing the way that it is growing. The system of white supremacy won't be able to mess with them. Hopefully, but them damn Indians just, I was in India, and I came to the conclusion, as much as I despise the system of white supremacy, I feel that if the caste system of India were as universal as the system of white supremacy, it would be far worse. So, I don't have, it's a horrible system. It's a horrible system, So I don't have any hope. And India is a dynamic, economic machine right now. It's like China. Not. It's going to be like China economically, But as long as they got that caste system, and they got that caste system, they ain't getting rid of that caste system. They're gonna be ugly people. They're gonna be very, very ugly. It's gonna be an ugly society.
Yeah.
That caste system is just horrible. You got 400 to 500 million people that are just washed, and they say the only way that you can get out of that is to die and be reborn into a different caste.
Damn.
Well, I mean, that's the same thing as white supremacists say.
Right? They just don't say it. They just don't say it.
Right. But they say that. And they tried to pull that shit on me. I said, whoa, hold up. Rosa Parks told the whole world, we don't take a back seat to no damn body. You better jump back. I don't play that. So China, 10 years, God, if they just get in another 10 years, they're gonna be big enough, and then they're gonna be powerful enough, and then they're gonna be economically independent enough that it's gonna be too late.
They say, a lot of people say that China messed themselves up by limiting their births, like limiting people to couples to one child. They're saying that basically a lot of China is old folks.
Yeah, well,
and in 10 years their population is going to take a drastic hit because of it.
Yeah, well, that's what people say. Who say that?
I do the same thing as you. I look at a bunch of YouTube. I do a little bit of reading here and there, and
you got to watch you say that.
Oh,
they still gonna have 1.4 billion people. You know what I mean? India gonna have 1.5. They're gonna pass them by, but Africa gonna have 2 billion. Africa with 2 billion people. Imagine when Africa comes together, when they come together as a single entity, and they start the economic engine, have the economic engine that the Chinese and that the Indians have now. And they just keep, by the end of the century, Africa have 3 billion people. So if they get themselves together, if these young leaders from these different countries and these revolutionary leaders from these different African countries can get themselves together and join a union, become the union, the African Union, with one president, one military, one economy, one money, financial thing. Whoa, man. Whoa.
United States ain't letting that happen.
And they join up with countries like China. They stay joined up with places like China, who has the bomb. Because that's the only thing that stops the white supremacists is the bomb. Because once Gaddafi got rid of the bomb, they came on in and killed him.
Right.
Once been a couple countries that had the bomb and they gave it up. They just came in there and killed them. That's why when they were talking about this weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, that was full of junk. Because if they had the bomb, they would have left him the hell alone.
Right.
because they afraid of the bomb, you know, and because again, like there's what 800 million white people and 7 billion non-white people. You know, bombs start going off. 700 million gonna go before 7 billion go.
Right.
You know, so they're afraid of the bomb. But the thing about it is that they shouldn't be afraid of anything. Shouldn't anybody be afraid of anything? You know, because we should all be joining hands and trying to have a win-win situation instead of having this adversarial thing that the white supremacists always want to promote. They always want to promote contention, instead of just everybody win. What can we do that ensures that everybody wins?
Yeah, they are who they are. They are what they have been.
Yeah, but you know what? All they have to do is open their eyes and look at the rest of the world and see and learn. Hey, these folks, they don't really want what we got. They want the same thing, but they don't want to take ours. They want to develop their own. And there's enough.
They're afraid that everybody's going to be what they are.
Yeah. And what's wrong with that?
That is.
Well, no, we don't want to be what they are. Oh, hell no.
Hell no. That's the thing. They're afraid that everybody wants to be them.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody wants to be as miserly and as ugly and as greedy as the white supremacists.
Pure evil and disgusting.
Yeah. They ought to stop that. Oh well, son. I guess we better wrap this up, huh?
Yeah. It's about that time.
Who we got next week? Oh, I know. We have what's her name?
We were supposed to have her this week.
Yazminelly.
Yes.
Yazminelly.
Yes.
She's coming on next week.
Miss Gonzalez, City Council.
Yes.
At large?
Yes. Huh?
City Council at large?
Yes. Oh, that's good. We're supposed to have her this week, but we couldn't get a time together so that we could sit down with her. So we'll be with her next week at 8 p.m. on Thursday. And then the week after that, you got somebody lined up?
Kenya from the Block. She is with this program called Voices of the Block, a project that is The Block Trenton Inc. at 120 East State Street. It's an oral histories project for the old Trenton neighborhood. Apparently, they're doing a lot of work downtown and getting things together. And Miss Kenya will be here on the 17th to discuss what they're doing.
Well, that's a good thing. At 24th, we still have to decide whether we're going to have a show. I know I'm going to be away. Take some of the grandkids away with us for a few days. We make our annual trek down to Atlantic City. I just love Atlantic City. Always have.
Man, I haven't been to Atlantic City in, it must be 20 years.
Yeah. Oh man, we love Atlantic City. We go at least once a year. Sometimes we even get down there during the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much do the hotel rooms cost?
It all depends when you go. Right now they're only about they're about $160, $70 a night.
Okay.
If you don't go on the weekend, then they go up to $300-$400, $500
really?
on the weekend.
In Atlantic City?
In Atlantic City, brother. In Atlantic City. As people be down there.
Yeah.
But then you can go down in the winter around Christmas time, and you can get a room for under $50. I'm talking about in the casino hotels, you know.
Okay.
In these 4 or 5-star hotels, you know. And imagine that you can get a room, well, even $150 from the 5-star, 4-star hotel for only $150.
I need to find a poker tournament down in AC.
Well, I don't do that. You know? Nah, you're not gonna get my money. I ain't gonna sit at the table and watch somebody take my money.
They're not gonna take my money either.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. I'm not gonna sit at the table and give somebody the opportunity to take my money. Shit. I don't do no gambling. I'm not a gambler. I am not a gambler. Dude.
Well, Pop, neither am I. I don't consider poker gambling though.
Okay, Mr. Rich Man. Yeah. If that's the case, I'd be at a poker game every day. Shit.
If I had a bankroll, I would be at a poker game every day too. But I guess I'm like you. If I ain't got it, I ain't gambling. So I guess I do consider it gambling.
I don't gamble, but we always have a good time because there's so much. We always stay at the Tropicana, and right in the Tropicana, there's 20, 25 restaurants, nightclubs, bars, whatever you want. There's sweet shops. That's in one. There's movies, IMAX movies and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's just inside the Tropicana, and then you got the whole boardwalk. When you go outside, and then on top of that, you got 4 or 5 other casino hotels, which with 15, 20 restaurants and 15, 20 bars in it. Okay. Now you got the what do you call those damn water slides and all that stuff for the kids. You got the steel pier, and something that the other places don't have. You got the whole Atlantic Ocean. You don't want to do all that other stuff. You can get yourself a good chair, an umbrella, go sit out on the sand, and deal with the Atlantic Ocean. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Right. And then, you know what? That's just on the boardwalk. Then you still got the whole rest of Atlantic City.
Right.
Right. I mean, all the restaurants and clubs in Atlantic City. Man, oh man. They got the shopping area down there where all the, what do they call them, where the lower price shops are. Everybody got stores, and everybody got stores down there. So,
okay.
So we have a good time in Atlantic City. Very good time. Then you got fishing, you got boating, you got whatever you want to do, you can do it in Atlantic City. And if you can't find something to do in Atlantic City, then go somewhere else. Yeah.
They got couches in the room for sons to sleep on?
Yeah. Where do you think all these damn kids gonna be sleeping?
They can sleep on the floor.
Huh? Yeah, well, some of them will be on the floor, but they got pull out couches too, because we're getting a suite.
Okay.
So yeah. It's gonna be a good time.
All right.
So you ought to, while we're down there, you ought to come on down, spend a day. A day. Okay? A day. I say a day and a night. A day.
A day. I think I could do that.
So anyway, that's what's happening on the 24th. So I don't know whether we're gonna have a show or not. Not that day. It is. Oh, we got to go.
Yes.
Damn long. All right, son. I want to thank you, and I want to thank Sean very much. She don't like. She's
gonna be upset about that.
Are you upset about that, Sean? She ain't gonna talk, huh?
She ain't gonna say nothing.
Wait a minute. Private chat. She says. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Al. Thank you, everybody. And we'll be back next week with Yazminelly Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
All right. Thank you, son.
All right,
Appreciate
Pop.
it.
Love you. Thank you too.
Be cool.
Yep.
Good night.
Peace.